Hello, my dear. You are here, and that in itself is a miracle. It tells me something inside of you is ready, not perfect, not finished, not fully certain, but simply ready. Ready to breathe softer, ready to feel a little safer, ready to take one small sacred step toward peace. And that is more than enough. Because healing doesn't happen when everything is solved. It begins when we say, I now give myself permission to heal. You don't need to understand everything. You don't need to have every wound named. You don't need to wait until the world outside quiets down. Peace is not found in the outer world. Peace begins inside, in the space where your breath meets your being. And from that quiet place, we reclaim our power, one loving thought at a time. You may have lived for years under the weight of shoulds, of guilt, of stories that say you are broken or behind. But I want you to know something tender and true. You are not behind. You are on your path. And your timing is sacred. There is no healing clock to race against. There is only this moment, this breath, this gentle willingness. When I say give yourself permission, I don't mean that you have to force anything or rush into change. I mean, can you allow a softening in your heart? Can you be willing to believe that you are worthy of healing, even if you've been told otherwise? Willingness is the first step to change, not perfection, not having it all together, just willingness. Let's say this together. I am willing to heal. I am willing to remember peace. Let these words rest on your chest like a warm hand. Let them remind the child within you that they are not alone, that something new is possible. You see, our inner child doesn't need us to fix everything, only to believe we are trying, that we care, that we are learning a new way. You have learned many things in this life, some helpful, some not. But you are not your past. You are the one who observes, who chooses, who now begins anew. And in every moment you choose peace over panic, softness over shame, presence over pressure. You are healing, even if no one else sees it yet. Healing is often invisible before it becomes undeniable. I invite you today to create a new rhythm, not a routine that stresses or exhausts you, but a rhythm that supports your wholeness. Maybe it starts with one glass of water spoken to kindly. Maybe it's 5 minutes of silence in the sun. Maybe it's one affirmation repeated gently through your tears. I am safe now. I am open now. I am healing now. Remember, it's not about how much you do. It's about how much love you bring to what you do. Washing the dishes can be a healing moment. Walking the dog, brushing your teeth, looking in the mirror and saying, just for today, I choose peace. These small acts are powerful because life is not asking for your perfection. Life is asking for your presence. So I want you to know you are already doing it. You are already healing. And it's okay if the tears come. It's okay if the fear still lingers. It's okay if today is the day you begin again. You are not broken. You are blooming. And if your mind starts to question you, if the voice of doubt rises again, gently say, thank you, I hear you, but I am choosing a new thought now. I am choosing peace. Talk to yourself like someone you love. That's how we rewrite the story, one soft word at a time. Take a breath with me, in and out. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, I now give myself permission to heal. Say it like a lullaby. Say it like a promise. Say it like you believe it. Because one day, you will. And that's when everything changes. Not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you remember You are the thinker of your thoughts, and you can choose again. You can welcome peace now. You can soften into the present moment now. You can say, I may not know how, but I'm willing. And willingness is the bridge between pain and peace. So my love, walk gently today. Love yourself a little more boldly. Let me tell you something simple that can change the course of your entire inner world. Ask yourself often, is this good for my mind or harmful to my mind? This one question, so gentle yet so powerful, becomes a sacred filter for your entire inner experience. People come to me and say, Louise, I just don't know where to begin. I feel overwhelmed, drained, like my thoughts are pulling me apart. And I want to say to you now, you don't have to control every thought. You just need to become aware. Awareness is the beginning of all healing. The same way you choose what to eat and drink to nourish your body. You are invited now to choose which thoughts you feed your mind. You are not helpless. You are not at the mercy of the world. You are the only thinker in your mind. And that means you can begin to take back your power, lovingly, gently, one moment at a time. The mind, like a garden, will grow whatever seeds you water. If you water fear, doubt, and judgment, that is what will flourish. But if you begin to water kindness, curiosity, and truth, you will be amazed at how fast your inner landscape begins to bloom. We don't need to rip the weeds out forcefully. We simply need to stop watering them. That is what this question does. It reminds you to stop giving your energy to what is untrue and unkind. Is this thought lifting me or pulling me down? Is this memory nourishing or draining? Is this inner voice loving or punishing? These are small inquiries, yes, but they are revolutionary because you begin to notice the pattern, and when you notice the pattern, you can choose again. So many of us have been taught to be polite to others and cruel to ourselves. We've learned to minimize our own pain, to tolerate our own anxiety, to accept worry and comparison as normal. But no more. You can set a new standard today. You can say, if it harms my peace, it is not welcome in my mind. You are allowed to choose peace. You are allowed to protect your energy. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about learning to pause before you follow a thought down a dark road. It's about learning to ask that question, not with judgment, but with curiosity. Just because a thought comes knocking doesn't mean you have to let it stay. You get to choose who lives in the house of your mind. So tonight, tomorrow, this week, practice asking, is this good for my mind? And then listen. Your inner wisdom will answer. Your body will whisper the truth. And little by little, you will create a new environment within, a place where your peace can grow, a place where love feels at home, because you are ready and your mind is listening. Let me begin by reminding you of something very gentle, yet deeply powerful. Your first thought in the morning is like the first note of a song. It sets the melody, the rhythm, the tone of your entire day. And I want to say to you, as someone who has walked through dark mornings and come out into the light, you don't have to let your thoughts run wild. You are the only thinker in your mind. So many people open their eyes and immediately start worrying about work, family, time, responsibilities. But what if instead you gently whispered to yourself, today will be a wonderful day, even if you don't know how, even if yesterday wasn't. This one thought has the power to open a new pathway. When we begin the day with a positive intention, we align with the flow of life. It's not magic, it's vibration. Everything begins in the mind. Every experience, every feeling, every reaction is first a thought. And thoughts are choices, even habitual ones. You might be surprised how many people tell me, "Louise, I'm not a morning person." And I always smile and say, then speak to yourself even more gently. The mornings you dread the most are the ones where kindness matters the most. Let me offer you a practice. Before you even get out of bed, place your hand on your heart. Feel your body, this sacred vessel that has carried you through so much. Say to it, "I am here. I love you. Thank you." Then stretch or breathe, even just for 1 minute. You don't need an hour of silence. You only need a moment of intention, a moment where your spirit says yes to life. And then choose a simple affirmation, one that resonates. It might be, "I am calm and centered. I trust today." Or, "I am open to receive the good that life has for me." Say it slowly. Let it sink in. You're not programming a robot. You're awakening a soul. You may not notice the change right away, but the subconscious mind is always listening. It never sleeps. It records every message you send it. And when you begin to feed it thoughts of peace and trust, the day starts to rise from a different place, a deeper place. Now, let's gently move to the middle of the day, where stress often tries to sneak in unnoticed. We get caught in schedules, conversations, the endless scrolling, the noise. But this is where our awareness becomes our power. You've heard me say before, think of your mind as a garden. What you plant, you will grow. And during the day, many things try to plant themselves in your garden: news, gossip, fear, doubt. But you have the right to choose what stays. This is your moment to create sacred pauses, not long ones, just a few seconds, a few breaths. Step outside if you can, or close your eyes for one full breath. Say to yourself, "I return to peace now," because peace is not far. Peace is a choice made in the present moment. It's not something you earn, it's something you reclaim. If you've just heard something stressful, if a conversation left you tense, if the to-do list feels overwhelming, I invite you to pause. Put your hand on your chest and breathe. Let that breath be a soft reminder. I am safe in this moment. I am supported. You are not alone in this. You never have to carry the whole world on your shoulders. Your only job is to tend to your own energy. And when you protect your energy, when you care for your nervous system, the rest of the world begins to respond differently. You are creating a new rhythm, a kinder one, a slower one that honors your heart. And every breath you take in awareness is a prayer for peace. So ask yourself gently, as you move through your afternoon, is this good for my mind? Is this nourishing my peace? And if not, it's okay to step away. You're not running away, you are returning to yourself. Because that's what peace is, not a place you find. It's who you are when you come home to yourself. And you deserve to live from that place. So keep planting peace, keep choosing softness, keep whispering love back into your day. Have you ever stopped in the middle of a busy day and asked yourself, what am I feeding my mind right now? You see, just as we nourish our bodies with wholesome food, we must also nourish our minds with loving thoughts. Every thought you think is creating your future. And when we choose thoughts that heal, we offer our brain a gentle, powerful medicine, one that changes not just our mood, but the entire chemical conversation within us. Your brain listens to everything you say. Every sentence you repeat becomes a blueprint for how your mind will build the next moment. The thoughts we think and the words we speak create our experiences. And you can choose right now to speak words of peace, of love, of healing. Say to yourself gently, like a soft breeze brushing your cheek, I am at peace with myself. And pause. Let those words settle. Don't rush to the next task. Instead, feel the vibration of calm begin to ripple across your nervous system. Let me remind you that it's not about being perfect. It's about being present. The mind is a garden, and you are the gardener. Every affirmation is a seed. Would you plant seeds of fear and expect flowers of joy? Of course not. So tonight, or in this quiet moment, choose seeds that serve your peace. Healing is happening right now. Yes, even if you're still hurting, even if you're uncertain. Healing is not a destination. It is a way of being kind to yourself. Every kind word, every soft breath, every moment of awareness is a healing act. Don't wait until you feel strong. Start now, just as you are. The willingness to heal is enough. When you say, I deserve a calm mind and a joyful heart, you are declaring to your inner self that you are worthy of a life that flows. You are rewriting old scripts that said otherwise. Scripts that may have come from long ago, from childhood, from school, from painful relationships. But hear me, you no longer need to carry the beliefs that were handed to you. You are the thinker in your mind, and you get to choose what you believe today. The next time tension visits you, stop, breathe, put your hand over your heart, and say these words out loud or silently. I am safe. I am healing. I am becoming whole. Notice the shift. It may be small. It may feel like a flicker, but flickers become flames when nurtured. We live in a world that constantly offers stimulation, information, comparison. It is easy to forget that the mind needs stillness to thrive. Give yourself that stillness as a gift. Whisper to yourself, peace begins with me. Now, let's gently move into releasing. Releasing is not forgetting. It is freeing. Emotional detox is not a dramatic act. It's not about tearing everything down. It's about choosing what no longer needs to stay. Many people ask me, why do I feel so tired all the time, even when nothing is happening? And I say, perhaps it's not what you're doing, it's what you're thinking. Mental clutter is just as exhausting as physical clutter. And so many of us are carrying thoughts we didn't even create, pressures to be perfect, to always succeed, to never rest. Ask yourself this simple, revealing question. Whose voice am I hearing when I push myself so hard? Is it a parent, a teacher, society, someone long gone but still echoing in your mind? It's okay. We all carry echoes. But it's time to choose your own voice now. You can say, I am doing enough. I am enough. Let that be your new soundtrack. Let it be a balm to the old wounds that told you otherwise. You don't need to hustle for your worth. You don't need to prove your goodness. You already are good. You already are worthy. And if you forget, because we all forget, just begin again. That is the miracle of awareness. Every moment is a chance to begin again, to breathe, to release, to affirm something loving, to come home to yourself. Let go of the pressure. Let go of the noise. Let go of the weight of always needing to be more. In this very moment, you are enough. Not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Take a breath and another. Let this be your emotional cleansing. No force, no shame, only love. Let's end the day the way all healing begins, with awareness and gratitude. When you slow down, take a breath and gently ask, what moments brought me joy today? You awaken a quiet magic within you. This question is not about perfection. It's not about having a day filled with accomplishments. It's about noticing the small things, the subtle blessings, the whispers of peace that often go unheard. Because every act of noticing is an act of returning to yourself. Did you smile at the sound of birdsong? Did you enjoy the scent of your tea? Did you feel comfort in someone's presence, even if just for a second? No moment is too small to matter. In fact, it's often the smallest moments that speak the loudest to our hearts. It might have been a pause before a reply, a kind look from a stranger, or a breeze brushing your cheek. The tiniest signals often carry the deepest comfort. Gratitude, my dear, is the gentle teacher that clears the fog of anxiety. It's the open hand that lifts us out of our worries. When you practice it with sincerity, you begin to see life differently, not as a burden to carry, but as a series of sacred pauses. Gratitude opens the heart, and when the heart is open, healing flows. It flows not just through the body, but through your relationships, your choices, and the way you speak to yourself. Gratitude creates a shift from within. Now take a moment and reflect, not from pressure, but from love. Not because you must, but because you can. Say softly to yourself, "Thank you for this moment. Thank you for this breath." You are retraining your subconscious to seek goodness. You are teaching your mind to rest in what is right instead of what is missing. When you focus on what is working, you invite more things that work. And when you practice this regularly, you transform not only your perception, but the energy of your whole day. You see, the subconscious mind listens when the conscious mind is quiet. That's why the evening is so powerful. It's a bridge, a soft, quiet transition between the doing and the dreaming. And what you speak during this time sinks deep, takes root, and grows overnight. So speak love, speak truth, speak peace. This is the language your soul remembers. Now as we move into sleep, let us remember, sleep is not just rest, it is repair, it is connection. It is when the mind lets go and the soul begins to rise. When we sleep, our conscious resistance softens and our higher wisdom can come forward to soothe, guide, and renew us. This is the realm of divine assistance, the unseen healing that works in the silence. So tonight, as your head touches the pillow, you might say, "I let go of all tension now." Let your body feel it. Let your shoulders relax. Let your breath deepen. Let your thoughts grow soft like waves receding from the shore. Let your spirit sink into a pool of trust. The night is not something to fear. It is something to embrace. You are not alone. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. And this night, this sacred, quiet, starlit night, is your portal to begin again. A portal into softness, a doorway into peace. Say it with me now. I am safe to rest. I am safe to heal. Let it echo gently in your heart. Feel those words move through your entire body. Let them become your lullaby. Let them become your truth. Imagine now your body being bathed in golden light. This light is warm. It is loving. It holds no judgment. It flows gently through every cell, every muscle, every part of you that has carried tension or tiredness. This golden light carries ancient wisdom and unconditional love. This golden light whispers to your body, "You are healing. You are whole. You are deeply loved." You don't have to understand how it works. You only need to allow it. You only need to surrender for a few moments and trust that the body, the spirit, and the universe know exactly what to do. Let go. Let go of trying to figure it all out. Let go of what didn't happen. Let go of who didn't understand. Let tonight be enough. Let this stillness be your sanctuary. Let it be the place where your soul exhales. I often say, and I will remind you now, the point of power is always in the present moment. So even if your day was hard, even if your thoughts felt heavy, this moment, right here, right now, is your new beginning. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be willing. And if you are, then everything can change. You don't need to wait for a new week or a new year. You only need one night to begin again, and this night has already begun. You have already said yes. You are already healing. You are already returning to yourself. And as you drift off, wrapped in the safety of your breath and the softness of these words, know this: life loves you, and so do I. You are not forgotten. You are not broken. You are simply unfolding. Let sleep take you gently now. Let love hold you completely. Let peace be your pillow. Let trust be your blanket. You are safe. You are healing. And all is well. Loving connection is the deepest nourishment of the soul. Sometimes we think we have to do it all alone. We carry our burdens quietly. We walk our path believing that if we don't hold everything together, it will all fall apart. But my dear, healing was never meant to be a solo act. You are not alone in healing. You never have been. All around you is the invisible yet undeniable presence of support. Call it the universe. Call it love. Call it life. It is always here, holding space for your unfolding, offering whispers of wisdom even in the silence. When you sit in stillness and place your hand over your heart, you may hear it. A quiet knowing, a gentle truth. The wisdom of the universe is guiding me. And it is. With every breath, with every turn of the moon, with every rising of the sun, life is on your side. Even when it feels messy, even when you feel lost, especially then. Healing doesn't have to be loud to be real. It often comes in the quietest moments, in a sigh, a breath, a tear, a release. It is in the moment you whisper, "The energy of love surrounds me." Feel into that now. Imagine this love like a soft light wrapping around your shoulders. It's warm, it's ancient, it belongs to you. And as this healing light fills you, let it extend beyond you. Picture it rippling outward like gentle waves on a calm lake, touching those around you. Your healing becomes their healing. Your peace becomes their peace. We are not separate. We are never truly apart. Every thought of love lifts the whole planet. Sometimes we forget that the earth itself is a healer. She holds us without judgment. She receives our tears, our stories, our silence, and she gives us back beauty, breath, nourishment. Tonight, as we close the day, let us remember this sacred connection. Let your feet rest on the ground, or imagine roots growing from you into the soil. You are connected. You belong. Say softly, "Thank you, Earth, for holding me today." Let that thank you be full, sincere, and holy. Not just for the grass beneath your feet, but for the stability beneath your fears. Not just for the breeze through your window, but for the freedom within your soul. The earth does not ask you to be perfect. She only asks you to show up, to feel, to breathe. And tonight, she wraps you in her quiet peace. Whisper gently, "Thank you, life, for teaching me gently." Because even the hard lessons have softened your heart. Even the detours have brought you closer to truth. Even the waiting has shown you what really matters. And all of it, every breath, every ache, every joy, has led you to this moment. This sacred act of gratitude grounds you. It brings you back to belonging, not because you earned it, but because it was always yours. You are a part of something vast, wise and loving. And just like the earth knows how to bloom after winter, you know how to heal. You know how to return to yourself. You know how to begin again. So take this connection into your rest. Let it hold you like soft moss underfoot or a gentle breeze through open windows. Let it remind you that you are carried. Let it remind you that you are loved. Life supports you in every breath. Say it with me now. I am supported by life. I am rooted in peace. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for saying yes to yourself, to your healing, to your peace. You didn't have to be perfect to arrive here. You only had to be willing, and you were. It's safe to heal. It's safe to love yourself. You are safe. You are whole. I invite you to take one final breath with me. Inhale gently, and as you exhale, whisper to your heart, I welcome peace into every cell of my being. What if this one night was enough to begin again? What if you allowed it to be? Let this love you've just touched continue to ripple through your dreams, through your morning, through your life. And if you return to fear, come back here. I'll be right here with you, again and again, as many times as it takes. You are doing beautifully. You are becoming more of who you truly are. If tonight moved something in you, I would love to hear from you. What moment touched you most? What blessing are you carrying into tomorrow? You can share it with me. Just reply, just whisper it out loud, or write it down in your journal. Your words matter, your healing matters, your peace matters, and always remember, life loves you and so do I.